failure. It's not the opposite of success, it's a crucial part of it. A statement that might seem surprising, even counterintuitive. But let's delve a bit deeper into this idea. You see, failure is often perceived as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. It's the proverbial boogeyman of the professional world, the ghost story told to young entrepreneurs and career changers. It's the fear that keeps us awake at night, the possibility that our efforts might lead to nothing, our dreams might crumble, and our aspirations could evaporate into thin air. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we looked at failure not as the end of the road, but as a stepping stone on the path to success? What if we saw failure not as a closed door, but as a detour sign pointing us in a new and potentially more fruitful direction? The truth is, every successful person, every titan of industry, every world-changing innovator has faced failure at some point in their life. They've missed the mark, fallen short, face planted right on the pavement of disappointment, but it's not the fall that defines them. It's their ability to pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and keep moving forward. Failure is the great teacher. It's the tough love mentor that doesn't sugarcoat the truth or spare us the hard lessons. It forces us to confront our weaknesses, reassess our strategies, and ultimately grow stronger and wiser. It's the crucible that forges the steel of determination and resilience, the furnace that tempers the iron will of those who refuse to give up. So the next time you find yourself staring at a setback, remember this: failure is not a dead end. It's a detour. It's a chance to learn, to grow, to evolve. It's a challenge to rise above, to prove to yourself and the world that you have what it takes to turn defeat into victory. And remember, the path to success is often littered with failures. Thomas Edison, the man who illuminated the world with his invention of the electric light bulb, was no stranger to failure. This titan of American innovation, whose inventions transformed the way we live, work, and play, was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, nor did he find immediate success in his endeavors. Born in the small town of Milan, Ohio, in 1847, Edison's humble beginnings didn't predict the immense impact he would have on the world. As a young boy with a curious mind, he was largely self-taught, devouring books on a wide range of subjects. This thirst for knowledge sparked his interest in the field of invention, and led him to set up his first makeshift laboratory in his parents' basement. But the journey to success was not straightforward for Edison. His initial experiments were often met with failure. He was not deterred, however. On the contrary, each failed experiment only fueled his determination. He had a unique perspective on failure, viewing it not as a setback, but as a stepping stone towards success. He once famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And indeed, he did find many ways that didn't work before he hit upon the right one. In 1879, after countless trials and errors, Edison finally achieved his groundbreaking invention, the first practical electric light bulb. His perseverance had paid off, turning a string of failures into a remarkable success that would forever change the world. Edison's story is not just about his inventions, it's about the spirit of perseverance, the grit to keep going despite numerous failures, and the unwavering belief that success is just around the corner. It's about the countless hours spent toiling in the lab, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, and the dogged determination to make the impossible possible. Edison's story teaches us that failure is not the end, but the beginning of a journey towards success. So remember, the next time you face a setback, you're not failing. You're just finding ways that won't work, and each one brings you one step closer to your success. J.K. Rowling, the author of the world-renowned Harry Potter series, once considered herself as the biggest failure she knew. This may seem surprising, considering the global sensation her creation has become. But it's true. The journey to Hogwarts was not an express ride on the Hogwarts Express, but a slow, uphill battle filled with countless rejections and hurdles. Joanne Rowling, known to us as J.K., was a single mother, struggling to make ends meet when she first began penning the story of a young wizard named Harry Potter. She was unemployed, battling depression, and surviving on state benefits. It was a dark time, but it was also the time when she found her beacon of light in the form of a story that had been brewing in her mind for years. Rowling poured her heart and soul into the manuscript of what would become Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. She sent it to multiple publishers, only to be met with rejection time and time again. Some told her that the book was too long for children, others that it was too complex. Yet Rowling did not let these rejections deter her. She believed in her story, in the world she had created, and she was determined to share it with others. And then after countless rejections, Bloomsbury, a small British publishing house, decided to take a chance on Rowling's story. The rest, as they say, is history. The Harry Potter series has since sold over 450 million copies worldwide, been translated into 78 languages, and inspired a multi-billion-dollar film franchise. Rowling's journey from being a struggling single mother to one of the world's most successful authors is a testament to her resilience. Despite the countless rejections and hardships she faced, she never gave up on her story or herself. Rowling's journey from failure to success reminds us that rejection is not a permanent state, but a momentary setback. It's a reminder that the path to success is often paved with failures, and it's our ability to persist through these failures that ultimately leads us to our destination. Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents of the United States, experienced a series of failures before his monumental success. Delve into history, and you'll find that Lincoln's journey was far from straightforward. He first ventured into politics in 1832, but it wasn't until almost 3 decades later that he would hold the nation's highest office. In the years between, Lincoln faced a multitude of defeats that could have easily ended his political career. His first bid for the Illinois General Assembly was unsuccessful, but this loss did not deter Lincoln. He returned to the political arena 2 years later, and despite his previous defeat, he won his seat in the state legislature. Yet even with this victory, Lincoln's journey was not without further setbacks. In the following years, Lincoln would lose 2 runs for the U.S. Senate and a nomination for vice president. Each loss was a blow, but Lincoln met each with unyielding determination. He once stated, "My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." This unfaltering resilience in the face of adversity became a defining characteristic of Lincoln's political career. Then, in 1860, Lincoln secured the Republican nomination for president. Despite the turbulence of the times and the shadow of his past defeats, Lincoln persevered. He went on to win the presidency, leading the nation through one of its most challenging periods, the Civil War. His leadership during this time solidified his place in history as one of the nation's greatest presidents. This was Lincoln's triumph. But remember, it was a triumph born from a series of failures. Each defeat, each setback, was a stepping stone on his path to success. His journey was not a smooth ascent to the top, but rather a rugged climb marked by persistence and determination. Lincoln's rise to the presidency shows us that even in the face of multiple failures, success is still achievable. Failure, as we've seen, is not a dead end, but a stepping stone to success. This is the underlying theme that resonates through the lives of the extraordinary individuals we've discussed in this video. Let's take a moment to reflect on their stories. Thomas Edison, the brilliant inventor, faced countless failures in his quest to invent the electric light bulb. Yet, he refused to give up. He embraced his failures and used them as a compass to guide him towards his eventual success. His story is a testament to the fact that failure is not a sign of incompetence, but a sign of perseverance. Then we have J.K. Rowling, the renowned author of the Harry Potter series. She faced rejection after rejection from multiple publishers. But she didn't let these failures deter her. Instead, she used them to fuel her determination, and in doing so, she created a magical world that has captivated millions. Her journey teaches us that failure can be a catalyst for creativity and innovation. And let's not forget Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest presidents in American history. His political career was riddled with defeats, but he didn't let these setbacks define him. Instead, he learned from his failures and used them as stepping stones on his path to the presidency. His story demonstrates that failure, far from being a reason to give up, can be a powerful motivator for change and improvement. These individuals, despite their failures, never lost sight of their goals. They embraced their failures, learned from them, and used them as stepping stones to success. They understood that failure is not a dead end but a detour to a better route. So, what can we learn from Edison, Rowling, and Lincoln? We learned that failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It is, in fact, a crucial part of the journey to success. It teaches us resilience, determination, and the importance of never giving up. So keep failing, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Because in the grand scheme of things, failure is not just an option, it's a necessity. Remember, every success story is also a story of great failure.